Bill Gates buys $95 million in Bud Light stock, causing calls for boycotts to increase even further. This is hilarious. Let's play a clip.
We're going to talk about that parallel economy. Bill Gates bets on Bud Light's comeback as tech mogul buys 1.7 million shares of disgraced brand's parent company. It's serious that the Daily Mail put 3 L's in million.
Oh, my.
After the Dylan Mulvaney partnership. The Microsoft founder acquired the Bud Light shares via his Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation trust during the second quarter of this year. The shares hold a market value of approximately $95 million, reports TipRanks. My friends, we stand before us a great opportunity. If we convince everyone not to drink Bud Light and double down on the boycott, not only will you teach a woke corporation a lesson, a corporation that keeps doubling down on this messaging despite the backlash, you will take money away from Bill Gates. The shares that he purchased will go down in value and he will lose money. Granted.
Yeah. It's true, probably not a lot of money, but I think it's hilarious. Bill Gates steps in here. He's like, I'm going to save Bud Light. And then people are like, oh, wait. Now people are like, Bill Gates owns it? Yeah, I'm not drinking that. Screw Bill Gates. Why would you want to give him more money, left or right? Right? It's just like, no, okay. I wonder if any leftists really, I don't know, the left supports Bill Gates now for whatever reason. But yeah, it would be really funny if they were like, oh, people are like, hey, Bill Gates owns it. This is even worse. That's my take on it, right? It's like, oh man, don't support this. Bill Gates owns it.
It's only $95 million, and if this drops by a couple bucks, he's going to go down to like 90. He's not really going to blink. The dude's worth $100+ billion. But whatever. One can dream.
It's a victory for you, not a loss for him.
But this is it. Obviously, I'm not surprised to see this from Bill Gates. This, to me, seems more like Bill Gates is trying to save the stock price of Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah.
This purchase is going to stabilize the price to a certain degree, or perhaps even create the perception it's recovering in an attempt to manipulate people who don't care about the culture wars into buying the stocks again or the shares, and then that will cause more people to want to be involved. I say, don't let them do it. Don't let them do it. I'm not going to give you financial advice. I'm just saying, from a cultural perspective, we have to double down on the Bud Light story once again. The fact that Bill Gates just bought a large portion of it is all the more reason to absolutely reject Bud Light as a product.
Yeah, Bill Gates.
What
sucks.
percentage did he get?
Don't give him more money.
It's microscopic in terms of Anheuser's. What is it? They say Bud Light shares. That's probably AB InBev.
InBev, yeah.
Stock prices dropped.
It shares in InBev, not necessarily in Bud Light. Or in Budweiser.
Yeah, they say Light stock, but I'm pretty sure that it's actually shares in Anheuser, which is AB InBev.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we have anything to worry about. A lot of people are still not buying Bud Light.
See if you can get Bud Light to hire the Dasani guy, because nobody buys Dasani water. Then we just get them to lose more money. You buy Dasani water.
Yes.
We found the one person.
I love Dasani water.
Have you ever seen those pictures of like Florida after a hurricane? Like,
I just confirmed real quick. Yeah, he bought Anheuser-Busch InBev. That's what Bill Gates bought.
All the water's gone except for the Dasani water is all just sitting there. You're the one guy.
Yes.
Well, they like put weird stuff in it, don't they?
It's good. I like Dasani and I like
Dasani
Aquafina.
tastes funny.
I bought both of them. I bought 1 pack of Dasani, 1 pack of Aquafina.
Well, but let's talk about this parallel economy, right? So outside of what Bill Gates may want to do, you've got conservative dad's ultra right beer. This is Seth Weathers. We've got a bunch of his beer. We ordered it. It's good stuff, and they're doing sales by the truckload. It's crazy. Apparently, they're doing ridiculously well.
I don't know if this was just a joke by James O'Keefe, but after he did like the Dylan Mulvaney thing, he went and talked to them in an elevator. Him or whatever. They talked to it in an elevator, and then he went into a thing right after. And then he was like, hey, do you carry O'Keefe beer? I haven't tried it or anything, but I haven't looked into it. But I wonder if James O'Keefe has a beer. Look into it. That might be a good one.
You take a look at the failures of these companies when they get woke and go broke. And in this story, we have the amazing story of a young man who had one dream, and that was to sell pancakes. That man sits before us today.
That was my American dream. All I ever wanted was freedom and pancakes.
So let's talk about your pancakes, though, because this is a big component of building this parallel economy. I want to say, I was personally deeply offended when they took Aunt Jemima away. Because when I was little, we had Aunt Jemima all the time. I'd go downstairs, I'd grab the box, I would never follow the instructions. I would just pour the mix into the cup. I'd mix it with a little bit of milk or something, and then just throw it in the pan with too much butter, so it got fried and ridiculous and delicious. And then I grew up, and like we're not racist. My family, we liked the brand. We had Aunt Jemima syrup, and then one day they decided it was not okay for anybody to smile and look up to an iconic figure on a product that was black. Uncle Ben, Aunt Jemima, and Mrs. Butterworth
for
weren't
whatever
even black.
reason.
They took anyone who was black off of products.
Land O'Lakes lady.
There was a guy
Outrageous.
on cream of wheat too. It's a black guy on the cream of wheat.
That stuff was good.
They took him off the box. They took him off of his product also. What is that guy's name on the cream of wheat?
Oh, that guy was awesome.
Yeah.
Frank
They got
L.
rid of him.
White.
Yeah, they took this guy off the box also.
But
But like I said earlier,
Outrageous.
it's insane because these same people who were upset that a black face was on a food box are the same people who say black people need more representation. But if
Exactly.
you go into the
It's
grocery
so
store
dumb.
now, you don't see any black people on any food boxes at all.
So
And
weird.
Mr. Clean,
this is
Quaker Oat guy.
reverse racism. But then you left the white guy up
literal
there.
racism. You got Chef Boyardee.
I can see what he means by reverse racism, though, because people are like, hey, we need more black people in movies. No, white needs to be not white. But then, like, you can't have food products with black people on it? It's all broken. It's all so broken, and none of it makes any sense.
Still there? The Quaker Oats guy, he's still there?
Quaker Oats is happy as he's happy.
Yeah.
He is happy
As a
as hell.
pig in-
He's happy as hell. He like hell yeah.
That's a religious thing too. He's a Quaker.
Yeah, and
This is what bothered me is that, like, imagine you go to a restaurant every day and there you go for breakfast before work and there's Aunt Jemima making your pancakes, smiling. She's a good friend. She's always there. You know that when you're having a rough day, you show up and she's got a smile on her face and delicious pancakes. And then one day the boss is like, we got rid of her because we can't have a black person working here. It's racist. That's basically what they did to the
That's basically
iconic
what it
images
is,
of these
yeah.
of these characters.
It makes no sense. It's racist because she's like, what? That's also broken.
just not like
Can't hire black people because it's racist. Wait, what is it? Action? I don't. It's just all just so backwards. It's like how the left wants to go back to segregation. They're like, oh no, black. We need to have black only this, black only awards, black only business. It's like you want to go back to what you people 50 years ago that were actually not racist. What? It's just so insane.
how were you losing sleep at night because this black woman was on a pancake box? Like, who was sitting up at night rolling over in bed, can't sleep, and they that's bothering you?
Well, check it out. The family got mad
Yes,
because they were getting paid, I guess.
Oh no.
Multiple women have portrayed Aunt
Yeah.
Jemima in history, and that's
this is the craziest thing I heard. You know, they're claiming that Aunt Jemima is like some slave figure.
Yeah.
And they're saying that white people get a kick out of this black woman making them pancakes.
That's wild.
She's like a house slave in the home of in the home of white people. So they really didn't want white people having this black character on a food box in their cabinet.
it's the
Was
same.
she a slave?
No, she was not a slave, but they
She was a
said
paid
she's a
slave.
And it's funny too because then people want all black people in movies and stuff. They don't think the same type of rhetoric. I don't get it. It's funny but sick at this. It makes no sense.
Person.
But they're saying that she is like a slave figure, like a house slave. So that's what they were trying to claim. But it's ridiculous. I have not met one person who wanted this woman off of the box. I want to meet the people.
Yeah.
They don't
I want to
exist.
meet these
I
people.
want to meet Jemima herself.
And then you went and put yourself on.
Then exactly. And listen, like Aunt Jemima, anytime that I had Aunt Jemima, I was extremely happy. And and I was introduced to Aunt Jemima when I was growing up. When I was up in foster care, one of my foster homes, all they bought was Aunt Jemima pancakes. So I was introduced to her, and I just fell in love with that mix. So and every time I see that box, it brings back memories from childhood. and then they took it away. So I was like, what in the hell?
You should see if the company will sell you the trademark.
The thing about
They would never do that. They would.
no, but they've abandoned it. You might be able to just take it.
That's like you were talking about with the logo for independent.
Yeah, so we've got
they are still using it. Now they're not using her face, but they're using the name on the new box.
It's Pearl Milling Company now.
No, they're if you see the box at the very bottom, it says formerly Aunt Jemima.
Yes.
Aunt Jemima, same taste as Aunt Jemima. So they're still using the name.
Wrong, man.
But you still might have a legal challenge to the trademark because they've changed it. So we have this right here. This is Tim Cast Skateboard Company, which I announced several months ago, and Independent has no challenge. This symbol right here is it used to be the Independent Skateboard Trucks logo, and they abandoned it because people said it looks like a German Iron Cross or something, and it's racist or whatever. So they apologized. No, we're not racist. They got rid of that logo, and so I said, okay, then it's abandoned IP. Yeah. It's now public domain. I'm using it. So
I could try. And one thing that all Americans, most of us have in common, white people, black people, Hispanics, all Americans, most Americans love pancakes. And if they don't love pancakes, they love waffles. And that's one thing that will bring people together is food.
Pancakes, waffles, or French toast for you?
Pancakes.
Pancakes.
Do you use different kinds of flour?
Do I use different
almond
kind of
flour? Do you ever mess with
I do not have almond flour, but I am coming out with a vegan mix.
How's that work? What's the ingredients?
No buttermilk?
It's going to be like a vanilla bean. And then I have a keto mix that'll come out soon. And also I have gluten-free at the moment.
Oh, what's the gluten-free?
The gluten-free?
How do you make it? Yeah.
Man, it's so many different ingredients, but yeah, I I need to read all the ingredients.
Yeah. I wonder what the flour is.
Yeah. But it's and then I have like different flavors. I have like blueberry, apple cinnamon bun.
Oh wow.
Chocolate chip.
Oh, what was the other one?
Chocolate chip. So I have chocolate chip and sweet potato mix, pumpkin spice. I have a whole bunch of different mixes, but I need to find out. The gluten-free stuff is gluten-free certified, so anything I say on here, I have to get it right.
Yeah,
because they'll be breathing down my back.
Gluten-free is where it's at.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Well, I'm not sure how I feel about that pumpkin spice one, but the rest of it,
Yeah.
You're in what do you say, 38 stores?
Yeah, so I'm in the Sedano supermarket. It's in South Florida.
How do we get Cousin T's nationwide in every supermarket?
Oh man, getting these some
gotta get more publicity.
And this is the tough thing here. So Cousin T's, now people can get it on cousintees.com right now. So I ship everywhere, but I'm a business, and what it costs me to make my pancake mix, the big brands are selling it for there's the price that they're selling it at is the price that I'm buying it at, because
Makes
they
it hard to
buy
compete, that's for sure.
millions of boxes to drive their costs down. I don't have the money to do that.
Right.
So in the grocery store, they like to mark up the products 30 to 40%.
Yep.
Well, my product is already expensive.
Small batch premium.
Yeah, compared to, and it's a gourmet product too, so it is more expensive compared to the bigger brands. So
you get what you pay for, though.
Put my stuff on the shelf, it's going to be way more expensive because the grocery stores mark it up 30 or 40%. That's what I'm dealing with too. And also, Walmart is so woke. Target is woke. And they, like I said, anytime I try to get into these stores, they most likely they look at my social media account. They say, no, we can't take it. They don't return my emails. They don't return my calls.
Have you thought of calling them racist?
In all seriousness, thanks for watching this clip from the.
That he might as well. Maybe they are. But that's really funny. These guys went off on quite a tangent though about Bud Light. Where'd they go with this? Bud Light, I think it's hilarious. Like I said earlier, Bud Light, Viva are like, no, why would we even want to buy it now? Bill Gates owns it. But yeah, this is kind of a good point. That's why I played the whole clip, is they went off on quite a tangent. but they make a good point. Buy stuff that you agree with. You know, Public Square. Tim Pool talks about that a lot. Go on there, buy stuff that you from people you agree with. Don't buy whatever they were calling it. You know, the new company and all this stuff. Don't do that stuff. Go and buy from like people like this. Yeah, it'll be a little bit more expensive now, but like this guy was just saying, like you go and sorry, I forget his name. But you go get it from him. And you pay a higher price now, but eventually it'll go down as he gets more people to buy from him. And now you have a company that's not going to go into a bunch of woke stuff, and they're not going to care about this. And it sections it off. It's really interesting over the last 100 years since the income tax started that everything is consolidated. And now with the internet and people can like just go and free, they try to gatekeep the internet in America with SOPA and all that. Then Trump reversed it. It's the best thing Trump did. They tried to regulate the government the internet and so what it was is like SOPA. They were trying to regulate like in say that Comcast or whatever would be responsible if they broke laws. If any of the traffic that went through it broke laws. So then Trump reversed it because if they would have done that, they would have just shut down everything. That was the theory that people were saying that we're against SOPA. They were like, well, eventually wouldn't Comcast just go in and, for example, any ISP like Comcast, Verizon, whatever, they'll just go in and just only let you get to YouTube or Netflix or the biggest services because they're going to get in a bunch of legal trouble. And then if you want to have it on Comcast or whatever, you're going to have to pay a price because of like for insurance or whatever in case they get taken to court because of something that you put in there. So everything's going to get selective and it'll ruin the internet. Trump got rid of that. Go in for that. And now because they're trying to get Trump and everything and I guess different issues 5 years later or whatever, they haven't tried to bring it back. Thank God for that. But they got like the entire rest of the world on internet regulations. Look at the EU and all this, that type of stuff. You know, it's the EU. I mean, if they don't have it that bad, is what it could have become with SOPA, but it could have. You know, you fast forward, it could. I'm sorry, it could in 20 years. Who knows how it'll be? But yeah, so these type of companies, like they're talking about, buy from them, and these people aren't going to get into woke stuff. They're not going to get into lobbying for bad stuff. Just buy from them. People are starting to really wake up from that. Don't buy Disney Plus. Let them go out of business. Disney would never go out of business. Just so you're like, oh no, Disney, I wanted my kids to watch like some of the old stuff. Fair enough. But someone's going to buy off Disney's assets eventually, and you'll still be able to watch it. And the new stuff, the new stuff is just terrible. I just heard that they're trying to redo Pirates of the Caribbean. This video is all over the place on this topic, but I'm going to go with it. They're trying to do Pirates of the Caribbean they're redoing all of it. They're trying to make it super woke. And Johnny Depp's not going to be involved. He declined the new one probably because he thought it was going to be really woke and he didn't want to be part of it. So that's probably what happened there. There's no confirmation on that, but I'm guessing. But that's probably how that went. So just buy from stuff that you like. Public Square, check that app out. It's free. And they talk about how, or they show you conservative businesses that are going to be like anti-woke. So go that way. But Bill Gates, to sum it all up, Bill Gates buying this, I don't think it's going to save the stock at all. I think it's just going to get worse. He's going to lose money. And then who wants to be dealing with Bill Gates? Anyways, he has like a negative connotation to his name now anyways because of the population control and all the COVID stuff. So, yeah. Stay away from Bud Light. It'll just help. Even if you don't care about all of the thing with Dylan Mulvaney, well, now Bill Gates is trying to save it, cost him money, and show people that you can't just go and, if you're a billionaire like this, go and just shove a little bit of money into it. Why not just buy Bud Light if you want it so bad? Bill Gates, you have the money. When it's this foundation too, this Bill Melinda Gates Foundation that people donate to. That's what he's spending it on, is this. Donate to a real charity. I don't think anyone actually donates to that thing, though, right? Probably not. But anyways, yeah, screw Bud Light. That's the message of this video. You know, who cares? Who cares about Bud Light? If you like this video, be sure to subscribe for daily news updates, smash that like button, share this video with your friends, and share your thoughts on the story in the comments below. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.